Yes, students, all of you can hear me. So, see, today we are going to do gyroscopic couple. Okay. So, I hope you all can hear me. Yes, you can reply me in the chat box if you want. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Kashif Nerekar, you have sent a message. Note maro be isko. Kashif Nerekar. Very good. What do you mean by that?
सर वो कुणाल को बोल रहा था सर.
अच्छा, बहुत अच्छे. मैं तुमको है ना लॉकडाउन के बाद में देखता हूँ बेटा. ठीक है, अपन बाद में बात करते हैं. अभी इधर ध्यान दो. हाँ, वेरी गुड. ओके, चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं हम लोग. अब मैंने एनोड की सेटिंग्स भी हटा दी है. एनोड नहीं मार सकता है कोई भी. ठीक है, मिलते हैं अपन बाद में. यस, नाउ फोकस हियर. सी, वी आर गोइंग टू डू gyroscopic couple. Okay, which is very important topic. Okay, though your syllabus have changed, this topic has not been removed. Okay, so let us start now. See, this is your gyroscopic couple. Okay, this is your gyroscopic couple, and what is there actually in this? There is a rotor. Okay, there is a rotor, and a rotor is rotating. Okay, and because of the rotation of the rotor, okay, there will be no gyroscopic couple if the axis of rotation of the rotor does not change. Okay, all of you know, Zia sir have told you, Zia sir have taught you about all these things. See, where is the axis of rotation of the rotor? Axis of rotation is here. Okay, axis of rotation is this. Okay, so because of this axis of rotation, this rotor is rotating about this axis of rotation, there will be no gyroscopic couple. Okay, but as soon as we try to rotate this gyroscopic couple, okay, so this rotor about it's any axis, okay, about y axis or z axis, then there will be a gyroscopic couple acting. Okay, see, there is a z axis here. Okay, z axis is here. This is our z axis. Okay, perpendicular to the x axis. This is our x axis about which the rotor is rotating. Okay, and what is happening? The y axis is here, vertical. Okay, this is our y axis. All of you know this. So this is y axis about which the axis of rotation will rotate. So this y axis is our angle axis of precision. Okay, this is our axis of precision. We can call it as yp also. Okay, yp, axis of precision. Okay, and x is the axis of rotation of the rotor, and about z there will be a gyroscopic couple acting. Okay, so see now what is happening. Just a second. Yes, see now what is happening here. Axis of precision is shown. Okay, x axis is shown and z axis is also shown. Okay, so what will happen when the rotor will rotate? Just we will see the video first, then you will get the get it properly. Okay, we will see the video. Yes, see now. See, this is a motorized gyroscopic couple. Okay, motor is attached. Okay, a motor is attached at the back here. Okay, there is a motor here. Okay, see here, there is a motor here, and because of that motor, this rotor is rotating. But in actual practice, there is no motors in vehicles. Zia sir have taught you about your aeroplanes, your four-wheelers, two-wheelers. The whole chapter is finished now. But there, the rotation was due to the engine. Here, the rotation is due to the this motor. Okay, because of the motor attached, the electricity is supplied. The motor is rotating the rotor. So we are doing this to create this setup so that we can study it. So focus now. What is happening? We have started it, and the rotor is rotating. Okay, we can measure the rotation. We can measure the rotation with the help of a tachometer. Okay, this is contact type tachometer. Okay, he is getting approximately 938.5. So we can take it as 1000, or we can increase it also. But generally, we keep it at a stable value, that is 1000 or 1500, something like that. Okay, not more than that. Okay, so this rotor is rotating, and when we add some weight to this, what will happen? Because of the weight being added, there is a gyroscopic couple which is acting, and because of the gyroscopic couple, the rotor starts rotating. Okay, so this is your actual, which is, you can tell it as reactive gyroscopic couple which is acting, because of which it is rotating. Okay, because of which the rotor starts rotating about the vertical axis, that is the axis of precision. Okay, so see here now. See, this is not a magic or something. Okay, only because the weight is added, it starts rotating. Okay, so only because the weight is added, the rotor starts rotating. See, all of you see it once again. See, there is a weight added, the rotor is rotating, and as soon as the weight is added, it rotates on its own. Okay, so direction of rotation, okay, whether it should be, when you see it from the top, it should be clockwise or anti-clockwise. It is also dependent on the rotation of the rotor. Okay, whether the rotor is rotating clockwise or anti-clockwise. Okay, so on that also your direction is dependent. All of those things have been taught to you. Okay, so when the weight is added, what is happening? The rotor starts rotating, and we have to find out the angular velocity of precision. Okay, by noting the angle which is there at the bottom. Okay, see here, there is a 360 degree marking is there here. Okay, so you have to start it from one point and stop it at one point. Note the angle by which the rotor has rotated and the time also. Okay, so this is your gyroscopic couple which is acting. Okay, when we add the weight, what happens? It starts rotating. So this is your reactive gyroscopic couple because of which it starts rotating. The same thing you can see in your vehicles also. Okay, in your two-wheelers also. When you try to take a turn, what is happening? When you are taking a turn, the axis at which the engine is rotating, the axis at which the tires are rotating, that axis is changing, and because of that there is a reactive gyroscopic couple. Okay, because of which the vehicle tries to overturn. Okay, the vehicle tries to overturn, but what happens? To counter that, we bend ourselves little bit inside, so that there is a counter couple which we are creating, so that we can easily take a turn. Okay, hope you are getting this. So there is a reactive gyroscopic couple acting. Okay, there is always a reactive gyroscopic couple acting, but that reactive gyroscopic couple will act only when the axis of rotor changes, or the axis about which the engine flywheel is rotating, that axis is changing. Okay, so when you take a turn, then only the reactive gyroscopic couple acts. Otherwise, there is no reactive gyroscopic couple. Okay, students, see, focus now. See, we are noting the time also. So for how much degree of rotation of the rotor, okay, the rotation, let's say if it is 60 degrees. So for 60 degrees, how much is the time required for rotation of the rotor? So see how the angular displacement we have measured with the help of this. Okay, it is coming around 110 or all. Okay, so that we can measure, and then we can put it in the formulas and we can get the values. Okay, so what is actually there? See, very easy thing. See, there is a rotor rotating. Okay, the rotor is rotating, okay, about a axis which is the x-axis here. Okay, this is rotating about it, and after we are adding some weight, okay, we are adding some weight, what is happening, the rotor starts rotating. Okay, so we are adding a couple here. Okay, we are adding a couple, this axis which the rotor was rotating about this axis now, but because we have changed its axis now, because of the weight which we are adding it here, okay, what is happening, the axis now change, now it tries to rotate about somewhere this axis. Okay, so there is a angle formed here. Okay, so the axis have changed, so because of that the rotor starts rotating. There is a reactive gyroscopic couple which is acting, and that reactive gyroscopic couple which is acting, that is created by this mass only. Okay, we have created a moment here. Okay, whatever mass is added here multiplied by this distance. Okay, this distance here, see here, whatever mass we add here, okay, that multiplied by this distance. Okay, the distance at which the rotor is attached, so there will be a moment created here, isn't it? It is attached, the frame is here. Okay, so this will rotate about this point only. Okay, this line only. Okay, so because of this we are taking this distance, the weight multiplied by this distance. Okay, this horizontal distance is the gyroscopic couple, or the couple which we have, which we are giving to the rotor, which we are giving to this gyroscope, and that should be equal to the gyroscopic couple which is acting on the gyroscope. Hope you are getting this, students. Okay, this is to verify the gyroscopic law which we have to do it. Okay, because we have created a weight here, added a weight, it starts rotating. See, already there is a mass here. You can see here there is a block. This block is there to balance the gyroscope, because there is a motor on the other side. There is a motor here, and to balance it there is already a block, so it is well balanced before only. But after that we add a weight here. Okay, we add a weight on this the attachment here which is given. So when we add the weight, the rotor starts rotating. Okay, hope you are getting this. So this is due to the reactive gyroscopic couple. Okay, so because of the reactive gyroscopic couple, what is happening, it is not going down much, but it starts rotating. Okay, so this is what is happening in your aeroplanes also, ships also, in your two-wheelers also. So that is why you have to bend when you are driving your two-wheelers. When you are taking a sharp turn, you have to bend yourself so that you create a movement which is opposite to that reactive gyroscopic couple. Okay, which is opposite to that reactive gyroscopic couple, and therefore you can, your vehicle does not skid. Okay, so therefore here we are studying that this couple which is due to this mass should be equal to the reactive gyroscopic couple which is created with the help of this rotor which is changing its axis. Okay, so see here now, we are measuring the RPM. Okay, we will measure the RPM from here. We have that as our reading. Then we will measure how much degree is rotated and how much time is required for rotation. So that is done only to find out the angular velocity of precession, at which speed the rotor is rotating about the vertical axis. Okay, hope you are getting this, students. See, 1 kg weight is added approximately, and you start the stopwatch, and for 20 seconds we can measure. Okay, for 20 seconds how much is the rotation, so we can stop it. So in 20 seconds it is, let's say, 100 degrees or something, so we will get the angular velocity of precession as theta upon time. Okay, angular velocity of precession, what is that? Angle made upon time. So we will get that. So that is the another reading which we are getting from here. Okay, so what we have to do now, see, here, students, C is equal to I omega omega P. All of you know this. This is the gyroscopic couple which is acting. Okay, gyroscopic couple is acting on the rotor. Okay, because the rotor axis is changing. Okay, So this gyroscopic couple which is acting should be equal to the moment which is created to because of the mass, red color mass which is added. So this is due to the rotor, therefore this I will be of the rotor. I is the mass moment of inertia, so that will be of the rotor. So mass moment of inertia of the rotor is given by mk square or mr square by 2, because it is a rotor, it is a disc. So mass moment of inertia of a disc is mr square by 2. All of you know this, you have studied it. Mass of the rotor is given as 6 kg. Okay, 6 kg is the mass of the rotor. It is quite heavy. It is like a flywheel. Okay, radius I am taking it as 0.17. Okay, radius of the rotor. Okay, radius of the rotor as 0.17 meters or 17 centimeters. Okay, or 17 centimeters. That is the radius of the rotor. Okay, all of you are getting this. Which radius? The rotor radius. Okay, the radius of the rotor. Okay, see here, this is the radius which I am taking as 0.7 is 0.17 is the radius from this center point to here. Okay, this is the radius of the rotor. Okay, which is I am taking as 17 centimeter. It is approximately that only. Okay, so what we have to do, see, very simple thing. C is equal to I omega omega p. Okay, mass into r square by 2, that is the formula for mass moment of inertia of a rotor. So I'm getting it as C is equal to 0.0867. This is my gyroscopic, sorry, mass moment of inertia. Okay, so then omega. Okay, then I have to find out omega and omega p. So omega is the rotations, okay, rpm, at which rpm the rotor is rotating about its own axis. Okay, this is omega. So this omega is given by n 1100 rpm. We can take it as 1100 rpm. So at 1100 rpm I will get omega is equal to 2 pi n by 60. Okay, I will get omega which is equal to 2 pi n by 60. Okay, so we can find out what is the rotation. Okay, what is the angular velocity of the rotor about its own axis. Okay, 2 pi n by 60 about its own axis. So here at the place of n, what I have to put? I have to put 1100. Okay, then omega p. Omega p I have to find out what will be omega p. Omega p will be theta upon time. That is the angular velocity of precession. So what is angular velocity of precession? The velocity by which the rotor is rotating about the vertical axis. Okay, so that we can find out. See here, yes, omega is 2 pi n by 60. Omega p is the angular velocity of precession. Okay, so omega p is theta by t. Okay, omega p is theta by t, that will be in radian per second. Okay, so you have to put your theta value in radians per second. Okay, so theta is in radians, t is in seconds. Okay, so whatever theta we are getting, we will put it here, time will be in seconds. Okay, if we are getting it as 100 degrees, okay, or 60 degrees, whatever, so 60 multiplied by pi by 180 will be your value of theta in radians. So see, one rule is there, student. Whenever theta is alone, okay, it is not along with sine or cos. Okay, sine theta is not there, cos theta is not, some function is not there with that. You have to take it in radians only. Maximum time it is like that only. So here also you remember it, you have to put it in radians to find out omega p. Once you have found out omega p, we will put it in this formula, gyroscopic couple I omega omega p. Okay, C is equal to I omega omega p. Then we will get the value of gyroscopic couple. Okay, that we will verify with movement due to weight. This movement which is created due to the weight should be equal to the gyroscopic couple. Okay, so this movement is weight added on the setup that we can take it as 1 kg, and L is the distance from the axis of the mass r. Okay, that also we can take it as approximately 15 centimeters or something. Okay, so now you can start calculating, students. Okay, you can start taking the values. Okay, and start solving it. See, I value I have given you. Okay, I is mk square. Now you have to solve, students, and tell me the answer. Okay, I is mk square. So I have value I've given is 0.0867, and I have given 1100 rpm. So you tell me what is omega. Okay, tell me what is omega, and then you can also find out omega p. Okay, omega p you can take it as 60 degrees. 60 degrees you can take it as omega p as 60 degrees upon time is, let's say, 10 seconds. Okay, yes, all of you calculate it, students. Yes, tell me what is the answer. What is omega p? Yes, students, you have to reply with the answer. What you are getting the answers? Zero point 0.017. Okay, 0.017. What is that, Kunal? What is the another answer? Yes, any other answer, students? 0.017. Okay, good. 0.017. Or is it 0.1? Yes. Anyone else? Hello. See, omega p is given by theta upon time. I am telling 60 seconds. So for 60-degree rotation, it is taking, let's say, 10 seconds. So just you have to do 60 into pi by 180, the whole divided by 10. Okay. 60 into pi by 180, the whole divided by 10. So you should get 0.104. 0.104 omega p. Students, it should be around 0.104. Okay. Yes. You are not getting 0.104, Kunal. You should get 0.104. See, I'm allowing you to unmute yourself. You can tell me now at least. Yes. Students, can you
Hello,
speak
sir.
now?
Hello, sir.
0.104 आ रहा है?
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, for omega p 60 into pi by 180.
Yeah, 60 into pi by 180 divided by
Sir,
10. Time is 10 seconds, na?
divide by 10. 180 by 10.
See, theta is 60 into pi by 180. है ना? So omega p will be the whole 60 into pi by 180, the whole divided by time. Time is 10 seconds. Isn't it? 60. Okay. What you are getting, students? All of you are doing, or I think some of you have solved the values. Got the values also. Okay, 0.1047. Kunal, yes, right. So now you can calculate I omega p. I is 0.08. Okay. Omega is 2 pi n by 60. Okay. 2 pi into 1100 upon 60. Okay. So you can find out that also, and omega p. See, omega you are getting as 115, I think so. Isn't it? If we take n as 1100, then omega will be approximately 115. Isn't it? C is equal to 1.045. Very good. So Kunal has got gyroscopic couple C is equal to 1.045. Yes, any other answer? Yes, any other answer, students? Yes, right. Kunal, you are right. Your answer is right. Okay. 1.045. Okay, that is the Newton meter. Okay. So now you can verify that. Okay. Now you can verify that answer. Okay. With the theoretical couple which is acting. So the movement which is due to the weight, okay, the movement which is there due to the weight, now you can verify it with this, okay, movement W is equal to W into L. So this movement will also be in Newton meter, because the gyroscopic couple we are getting it in Newton meter. So this also will be W into L, this will be in Newton meter. Okay, so W you have to take it as 1 kg, 1 into 9.81. Okay, 1 into 9.81. L you can take it as 15 centimeters. or 15 centimeters is equal to 0.15 meters. Okay, 15 centimeters is equal to 0.15 meters. Okay, getting all of you? Mass you can take it as 1 kg. Okay, so this is L is 0.15 meters. Okay, W you can take it as 1 into 9.81. Okay, 1.47. Bilal, yes, okay, good. 1.47, and the gyroscopic couple we are getting it as 1.0 something. So there is some errors. Okay, there are some errors because of which we are. Toshid Momin has also got the answer 1.4715. Very good. So see, there are some errors because of which what happens, there are the change in the values. Okay, there are change in the values because we see that that errors, you know, you can take it as the errors which are due to noting the values. Okay, noting the values means when we are noting the value of the angular velocity of precision. Okay, that is theta and time. So there can be some errors in that also. Okay, then there can be some vibrations, there can be some, because of that vibrations also there can be some errors. Okay, so there are some experimental errors which are there, because of which there can be some difference in the values. There are some difference. Okay, so that is 1.1 is 1.07, 1 is 1.47. Okay, so there are some differences. So when we you know, do the actual practicals, okay, we will study that more in more details. Okay, so see, you can same way you can change the value of your mass. Okay, now you can add more mass. Okay, this m which we are taking, okay, this m we can change it this. Okay, W, this mass, movement due to the weight. This we can take it now 2 into 9.81. Okay, 2 into 9.81, but this distance L will be same. Okay, 2 into 9.81. And what will happen, because this W, your movement will change, this movement value will change, and again your this omega P will change. Okay, rest all will be, we can keep it is same. We can keep the N same. Okay, we can keep this value of N same. I will be same because the mass moment of inertia is dependent on the rotor and radius, that will be same. Okay, the mass of the rotor will not be going to change. So because when you change the mass of the weight, the weight of the mass attached, okay, which we are putting this W, when you change it, you will find the change in your omega P, that is the angular velocity of precision. Okay, this angular velocity of precision, you will find it that it is changing. Now it will move more fast. When you put more weight, it will move more fast, that you will see, because the movement is more. Okay, so in the experiment, when if we get time, we can see that. Okay, when you change the mass, when you add more weight, the speed will increase. Okay, the angular velocity will increase. It will cover the same distance in less time. Okay, so that is why the movement will increase. What is the formula of a gyroscopic couple, students? What is the formula? I omega omega P. So if the value of omega P increases, what will happen? The gyroscopic couple will increase. Okay, so when we add weight, the angular velocity of precision increases, and therefore the gyroscopic couple increases. Same way, when we add weight, the movement also increases. So somewhere both will come almost same, approximately same. Hope you are getting this, students. Okay, so this is what is there in your practicals. Okay, see, one thing you keep in mind, students. Okay, you can calculate with different values. Okay, with different change in values when we do it in our actual setup. Or you can also take some different values of mass. When you increase the mass, you have to keep in mind that the angular velocity, the whole velocity will change. Okay, we took 60 degrees for 10 seconds, so the same 60 degree it will cover in, let's say, 7 seconds when you add 2 kg. Okay, so the angular velocity will be increased. Okay, it will be more. So see, now I want to make you understand the practicals. Okay, see, the main basics is when the axis is changing, okay, then only the gyroscopic couple will act. Okay, when the vehicle is moving straight, okay, when the vehicle is moving straight, there will be no gyroscopic couple. there will be no gyroscopic couple. When the aeroplane is moving straight, okay, there will be no gyroscopic couple acting. When there will be a turn, then only the gyroscopic couple act. Okay, all of you might be knowing this. Okay, it might have been taught by Zia sir. Okay, so this axis of rotation of the rotor, okay, when this is the same axis, when the rotor is moving, okay, let's say it is moving ahead also on the same axis, then also there will be no gyroscopic couple acting. But as soon as this rotor rotates about the axis of precession, this is the axis of precession. So when this rotates, when it turns about this axis of precession, then only the gyroscopic couple acts. Okay, keep this in mind. When this axis of rotation, okay, this axis of rotation about, okay, this is changing, this axis is changing. Okay, now when it moves, the axis will come here, somewhere here, then here. So this axis is having some velocity. Okay, this axis is having some velocity. That axis, that velocity only we are telling it as angular velocity of precession. So this axis is moving about which axis? About the vertical axis. This is the axis of precession.